What am I saying these things for? What am I doing these things for? I'm doing it to declare a future or a present that I also want right now. Even if I don't see it, I believe that when you affirm, when you make affirmations about things, about yourself, about your future, you ultimately will awaken that to your present, right? What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of the Ricky Jones Jr. podcast. It's me, Ricky Jones Jr. back again for another episode, which obviously you can tell I'm also excited because this is a conversation and a topic that I love talking about, and I even love now more because I have more information about it. And you know, I hear a lot of people talking about it, and it's like, man, what is it that you're talking about, and how has it really worked for you? Well, we're gonna talk about those things today, and as you all know, because of the title or things like that, we're gonna talk about affirmations, and it's a thing that has been going around and people have been talking about. And what I first want to do is establish some things, okay? So let's talk about the definition of affirmations. And so I'm gonna read three. There are actually 5 definitions on the dictionaryapp.com, okay? Cite my source because I believe in doing so. And the first one says the act or an instance of affirming, state of being affirmed. Okay. The assertion that something exists or is true. Oh, that's good. The assertion that something exists or is true. I love that. And then it says something that is affirmed, a statement or proposition that is declared to be true. I like that. A proposition that is declared to be true. Now, the crazy thing about definitions is that I really don't like to use or read definitions that has the word in the definition, because it's kind of like, man, I'm here to learn about the word, so don't use the word in the definition because I'm still trying to figure out what the word means, okay? So what you can do is let me look up affirmed, because the key part of affirmations is the word affirm, right? Affirm and then mation. All right, so let's go into that. What does affirm means? And so it means to state or assert positively, maintain as true, to conform or ratify, to assert solemnly, which is also great. I love that one. To assert solemnly, right? Or to confirm or ratify. So let's just dive into it, right? And so the cool thing about affirmations, when you say an affirmation, when you say something, right? So let's just talk about what an affirmation is. Affirmation, as we learned about it, is stating something that, you know, to be true, stating something to be true, or stating something that is, let me just read it again, like, oh my gosh, to confirm or to ratify. But then at the end of the day, affirmation is to say something that exists or is true, right? Or to declare something to be true. That is what an affirmation is. And cool, that's the thought, right? But the most powerful side of affirmations are the words that you say. And that's the key part that I want to jump into, right? Because the affirmation is an act. It's you saying some things, it's you speaking some things, it's you declaring some things, right? And that's just what that is. However, on the back end of some things, on the back end of those things, on the back end of things are words. And so we affirm words to ourselves. We should be affirming words to ourselves. With this podcast, we've done it before in the first season where we did affirmations on like Monday affirmations, just to get our week started, to get us in the right framework of how we should lead and conduct ourselves throughout the day. And I thought back, I was like, man, I hate it when I do something and tell other people to do it, but not give the reason why, right? And so here's the reason why. So maybe you can go back to those affirmations like, okay, let me look at it from this point of view. However, when you say things, declaring things about yourself or your life or your future, what you're ultimately doing is declaring that it exists even if you don't see it. Why is that important? Because oftentimes we live life declaring what we see, right? And so let's say I get a cough, right? Because I have a cold. Okay, let's just be very blunt and honest as to why. Okay, not anything else. So I have a cold, so I have a cough. Well, I don't want to just keep saying to myself like, oh, I have a cough, or oh, I have a cold. Why? Because I'll keep having that cough or I'll keep having that cold. What you should say in times like that is, I'm well, I'm whole, I'm going to get better, I'm feeling stronger right now, I'm feeling stronger than I ever felt. And no, you're not lying to yourself, but you're affirming the existence or the truth that you ultimately want to see. So we affirm things, we say things that will point to a future that we also desire, or point to ourselves to who we ultimately want to be despite the things that we ultimately are going through. Now, I found this to be beneficial. However, I had a moment in the gym the other day, and I was in a sauna, which I love going to the sauna. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know about that, but I'll put a link down below. But anyway, I love the sauna, and I was in there the other day, and it was this guy that he just was kept yelling like, "Oh, I hate my life. Oh, this sucks. Oh, he's cussing and things at himself." Then he stormed out of the sauna and was like yelling in the stalls and things like that. And I just thought to myself, like, man, like, life cannot be that bad that you're feeling so down on yourself. Like, your life is not that bad. How do I know, sir? Which I didn't say this to him because, I was letting him have his moment, and I'm over here trying to have a moment with God myself. However, how do I know? Why? Because he drove to the gym. He was working out at the gym. He has a job. I know what job he works, and the list goes on, right? There might be something going on in his life that he does not like, but we can so often just broadcast a statement over our whole lives over something that the reason for it is so small. However, the things that we say will ultimately be the things that we see, which I'm getting ahead of myself. But ultimately, I say that to say, like, I looked at it, I was like, man, that sucks. And so what I will do is when I see him this week, I'll talk to him. Well, by the time this podcast come out, I would have already talked to him. But I'm going to talk to him like, hey, how are things going? Why? If he says like, oh, no, it's cool. No, well, let's talk about what did happen, right? But I'm going to then talk about words of affirmation, things that you should say over yourself. I do my affirmations in the morning. I do my affirmations during the day. When things get a little rocky or I get a little uncertain about certain things, I start speaking things and affirmations over my life. And what am I saying? What am I saying these things for? What am I doing these things for? I'm doing it to declare a future or a present that I also want right now. Even if I don't see it, I believe that when you affirm, when you make affirmations about things, about yourself, about your future, you ultimately will awaken that to your present, right? It may not happen today. It may not happen tomorrow, but if you keep speaking, if you keep affirming whatever it is that you also desire, you'll ultimately come into the existence thereof. Or on the contrary, if you're just saying what you're seeing, or you're saying what others are saying, you're saying what the news reporters are saying, you're saying what popular news is saying, which why I don't listen to those things, because I decided a little while ago, I won't say a long time ago, but a little while ago, that I wanted to declare over my life the things that I ultimately want to see. And I know that in order to do so, there were certain things that I had to cut out of my life. You may have to cut out certain things in your life to allow yourself to speak and affirm the existence of a life that you also desire. And you start working towards those things, which of course I believe, and my wife and I believe, it starts with purpose. When you start with purpose, life will be so much easier because you know the direction that you need to go in, the progression that you need to have, and things like that. Purpose, and then out of your purpose, vision will come forth, and out of your vision, discipline will come forth, and out of discipline, you'll have some motivation. But when motivation doesn't work, you'll have some consistency that you have to have. But in the midst of all those things, purpose, vision, consistency, motivation, you also have to have affirmations, because those affirmations will be your tools to allow for you to point ahead. We have to look forward, not at those things that are behind us, and sometimes not the things that are in the present but with us, but ahead. Point ahead, talk about the life that you are living and you will be living. Talk about the things that you will see. I think even in jail, like people in jail, I don't know, right? I do know some that are in jail, but the thought that I'm thinking is, I wonder, like, what are they thinking about? Yes, they're probably thinking about the things that they have to go through each and every day, but just think about the ones that are like on their last month of in jail. They're probably thinking about all the different things that they will be doing once they get out, all the people that they're going to see, all the things that they may want to do, all the things that they're going to try to catch up on doing, and the list goes on. Well, I'm not saying that you're in jail, no, but a lot of people are keeping themselves in a mental prison because of the things that they're watching, which are suppressing and depressing them, the things that are saying, which are suppressing and depressing them, and the things that they're allowing to be said to them, which can be suppressing oppressing and depressing to them. Well, the power of affirmations will allow for you to overcome those things, those bondage, those chains, those things that may try to hinder you and block you, and start saying things about yourself that you ultimately want to see. When I wake up and I drive to the gym, I let myself know that, Ricky, you are great. You are oh so strong, and you are purposeful in this world. You are dynamic. You are a great speaker. People want to hear what you have to say, and people will come and flock from wherever to hear whatever it is that you have to say. You are impactful. You can hear from God. That is your greatest gift, and you are a light that shines bright in this world. Your love exudes to all that you come in contact with, and you have the ability to make any person smile that you spend even just 2 minutes with. Ricky, you are prosperous. Everything that you touch prosperous. You are wealthy. You are most blessed. You are rich, and you get to live the life that you ultimately want to live, doing the things that you ultimately want to do, so that you can impact all the people that you were purposed to impact. Your family is blessed. Your life is blessed. Your wife is blessed. Your kids are blessed. They will accomplish and do everything that they seek after to accomplish. Great people are coming into their lives. Enemies are fleeing their lives, but at the same time, they have the strength to know the difference between the two. And so I just talk. Favor goes before me, and the list goes on. So by the time I get to the gym, by the time I start my day, I'm excited. I'm motivated about the day. I am full of energy, and the energy that I have then exudes upon others that I come in contact with, and they can't help but smile. They can't help but be enjoyed. They can't help but be like, man, it's something about you that I love. Like, I love your personality. I love your vibe, or I love your energy. You know how you be talking nowadays. But whatever they say, I get it. Why? Because I already started my day with the affirmations of things that I want to see, of the life that I want to live, of the life that I believe that I have the right to live. And sometimes you just have to talk that thing out. So, I'm getting excited just even with my affirmations, right? And if there are some things that you want to have some affirmations tailored to you, definitely let me know. I can do that for you. I can do that with you. I'm gonna say the first 5 people. I'll do it for you. I'll do it with you at no cost, right? And so, some people are like, man, what's the catch? But it's no cost to it for the first 5. But yeah, let me know, because I know the power that it will bring to your life. Affirmations bring about power because words are powerful. Everything that we see is made because of words that were said. Everything that we see, right? This mic was somebody's idea, but it wasn't until they shared that idea with somebody else, and then they talked to somebody else, that the manufacturing parts came together, the right people came into the room, and then this mic became what it is now, that I'm able to speak through to you so that you can hear what I have to say. Everything. The air that we breathe, the water, the land, the animals, me, you, we were all created by words. So don't think it's strange when the words that we say ultimately create the reality that we see, because it already started and was already established even before we were here in this earth. Okay? You're here and I'm here because my mama and my daddy got to talking, then they got to talking, then they got to playing, then they got to playing, then they got to conceiving, and boom, here I came 9 months later. Everything that we see was created because of words that we were saying. So my question is, what are you affirming in your life? What are you stating to be true? What are you stating to be the reality? What are you saying that you will ultimately see? And I said it twice on purpose, because when you say things, you're ultimately declaring that thing to be so. Whether it is so the next day, the same day, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, a decade from now, it will surely come to pass, because every word is like a seed that must grow. And when it grows, there will be a harvest for you to receive. So say the things that you want to see. Say the things that you want to be said about you, so that you can ultimately live the life that you ultimately talked about. And now you get to really experience in the natural. So I hope that you're excited about affirmations. I hope that I said enough that you're now like, okay, I get what an affirmation is. I get the power of it. I get the purpose of it. Now I need to go ahead and lock into it. And let those affirmations be the things that you say on a regular, okay? It's not a one and done. But it's like breathing. You have to do it constantly. Affirm yourself constantly. Change the words that you're saying constantly, so that you're not just saying a thing and then being dull to the thing that you're saying. But say what you want to see, so that you can ultimately see what you've been saying. So I hope that's been beneficial to you all. At the end of the day, I love you all. Y'all know I do. So please click that thumbs up if you love it too. And click that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, because other great content like this is going to come your way. And I believe we'll probably do like a month just talking about affirmations and talk to people that have been affirming life and ultimately seeing the things that they've been affirming. And it'll be encouragement to you. So hey, make sure you lock in, stay tuned, because greater is on the way. I love you all. Peace. Ha ha.